Hello, my name is Buschman. I'm a managing partner at Curious and I'm the author of the book The Connection Quotient. And in this short video I would like to talk about connection. What is connection and what creates connection? Now my initial answer is what is connection, I would say is it's our birthright. You and I, we are born out of two people being connected together and here we are. By the way, also Australian research has shown that people at the higher age who are still connected with others, are still in touch with others, they actively live longer. So I also raise this question about connection to others, like what is it? What is connection to you? And one of the most responses I receive from people is like something that happens between two people or between one person and multiple persons, which we would call a team or an organization. And I think that's true. Yet then you're missing out the one and most important connection, and that it's actually not starting with the connection with the other or with the others, a team or an organization. But I think the most important connection is the connection with self. How are you connected with self? And from there you can actually also ask yourself, how am I connected with the other person as the first representative of the outside world, or a group of persons with a team, the organization, or even the world? So if you define connection this way, I would say connection is also then something that is fundamental everywhere. It's like breathing. Every day you and I, we breathe. You don't think about it until the moment that you get close to a fire where there's a lot of smoke. Then suddenly you notice like the breathing is harder. That's where you notice that the breath is important. Or for instance, like recently with COVID. When you get caught by COVID, or long COVID, you realize the importance of the breath. And I guess that's the same with connection. You and I, we connect constantly, either with ourselves or with the others, but we are not aware of it. Now, once we get aware of it, then the question is also now, how can we develop the connection with others? There are so many answers. So just to give you a couple of examples, and by the way, in the book, you will find so much practicalities around it. I think it starts first by trust. How do we create trust amongst each other? And this is where you and I need to start looking into the research by, for instance, David Meister or Stephen M.R. Covey. In the book you will find the chapters where I found all the research and I also compressed it to a couple of pages. So you have the summary and the essence of it. You could also say it's about building psychological safety, and actually Google has done a lot of research around psychological safety, and they saw it's one of the fundamentals. And again, this is also backed up by the research by Amy Edmondson. And again, in the book I will tell so much more about it and will make it really practical for you to take in. It's also about being and feeling supported. Just keep in mind, many people, they join a company because they love the product, they love the vision of the company, they might love the culture. But most people also leave because of a lack of connection with their manager. Again, the research by Gallup shows a lot about it, and in the book I will tell you more and give you practical examples on how to build that trust. And maybe we can also talk about experiencing empathy. Then you can start talking about the work of Daniel Goleman. And actually there are different levels of empathy. Most people think empathy is a feeling, which it is. But there's also what we call cognitive empathy, which is much more coming from the head. So like I said, connection is something that starts by the connection with yourself, the other, the team, the organization and the world. And to build a connection, there's so many things that you can build on. In the book, The Connection Quotient, I will give you those examples. I give you the practicalities of it, and I will give you the examples and exercises as well. And by the way, when we talk about connection, I will connect with you through the book as well, because in each chapter, I will start with a personal example to invite you to reflect and introspect on yourself as well.